Caution Democrats watching a 4th of July parade one day a year, not watching YouTube again and again, one day a year, one single July 4th parade will turn your children into lifelong Republicans, according to a new study from Harvard University. It's true. I'm Alan Barton. Stand by for a special Facebook edition of Front Page. Joining me in PJTV studios, James Polis, commentator and host of The Bottom Line, and Elan Journo, a fellow at the Ayn Rand Center for Individual Rights. All right, guys, according to the Harvard study, and thank God they are doing this study, that one of our finest institutions of higher learning is doing this study because it's very, very, very important. Kids who watch 4th of July parades are 4% more likely to vote Republican as adults permanently, as in for the rest of their lives. Elan, I sense a problem. A problem of causation versus correlation. Or perhaps it is another reason to send your kids to plumbing school instead of to my esteemed alma mater who's spending its time doing all these studies. What do you think?
Good question. I mean, where do you begin with this? It's preposterous on its face. I read the abstract of this study, and I could pick out holes in this thing. I think there's a deeper issue here, which is everybody, regardless of how they vote, should care about Independence Day, not July 4th, which is somewhat bleached of its meaning. Independence Day is what this country started from, the ideal of individual rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That should be what everybody cherishes about this country. And this is making it into a silly and stupid partisan issue, which doesn't even wash.
All right, James, on a more serious note, the president lambasted Congress last week during his news conference that there's serious work to be done on the budget, that they don't have their head in the game. This prompted Harry Reid to cancel, I guess, congressional breaks for July 4th, while the president himself goes to Camp David. Yes, so the president to me seems to have a bit of a hypocrisy problem, a bit of a, well, let's see now. I can say it, right? It's the internet. He's a bit of a dick. He's got a temperament problem. So he calls these guys out on whether their head's in the game, and then he goes to Camp David. They cancel their vacation. My question is, doesn't the president need a certain kind of temperament to get the different factions in Congress to work together for the American people? And it seems as though there's just way too much partisanship from his position.
Well, I think he's put himself in a certain kind of box here, just in terms of negotiating. If you want to put the ball in the other, in the court of your opponent, and I'm going to attempt a tennis metaphor here, you only get one chance to hit the ball, and then you have to stand back and wait for them to hit it back, or not. So, you know, if he wants to portray the Congress as a do-nothing Congress, he wants to sort of throw down the gauntlet and say, okay, Congress, you come back to me with something. Then he's got to go somewhere. He's got to leave. He's got to get out of town, and that's what he's doing. The optics aren't great. I mean, I guess it is, you know, it's the 4th of July. I'd like a vacation for the 4th of July. I'm sure he would too. But gosh, there is risk here, and it might not work.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. That's all the time we have for our July 4th little segment there. Viewers, are you sick of those boring Sunday morning talk shows? I am. Check out the Front Page every Friday and Saturday for all the news analysis that you need, and help your friends get the right media in their social media by letting them know about PJTV. For Elan and James, I'm Alan Barton. Thanks for watching.